We are back with Scott Braddock from Scott Braddock Financial to talk about the biggest misconceptions when it comes to retirement and really everything under that umbrella. Scott, we've been getting a lot of questions from people wondering, when am I too old to start saving for retirement? I have a feeling I know the answer to this.
Well, look, and if you thought the answer would be you're never too old, maybe that's right. Maybe it's not exactly correct. What I can tell you is that last January, with the Secures Act law that was passed, what the government realizes is that folks are working later in life. So if that is your situation, you had a late start or a couple bumps along the road and you feel like you're trying to put points on the board, just know that due to that Secures Act, you can now contribute to an IRA tax-deferred account at any age. The key here is that it has to be earned income that you have in order to contribute.
Someone's wondering, what's the best way to start at age 54? They just started a 401k.
Well, one idea I have here with a 401k is start by having a little bit taken out of your paycheck, an amount that you wouldn't even notice coming out, and start there. That's an excellent way to get started, and then try to increase the amount that you can contribute. As I alluded to earlier, or what we want to make sure that we're doing is not leaving any free money on the table. So find out how much you have to contribute to that 401k to achieve your employer's match.
Is there a magic number for what your 401k should have on the day you retire?
Well, there's not, but I do understand that there is a Wall Street message out there that you have to have $1 billion in order to retire. What I encourage folks to do is meet with a financial professional like myself that can sit down and talk about your desired retirement. Are you creating a budget? Are you creating a spending plan? And find out just how much you need in order to retire. Everyone's financial situation is unique and different.
Someone's wondering, retirement at 62, is that a good move?
Well, the best answer there is it depends. Everybody's situation is different. What we know is that at 62, that's the earliest age in which you can start Social Security. However, you're going to receive a reduced amount, and that reduced amount is going to stay in place for the rest of your life. But look, a lot of folks have done a fantastic job of saving, and at 62, they're ready to retire. You really need to kind of sit down and create a written game plan that shows you exactly how all the different assets you have can be orchestrated and come together to create the income that you're going to need to retire.
This person sent in kind of a two-part question. If I plan to retire at age 67, when should I sign up for Medicare? And am I going to be penalized if I don't sign up for Medicare at age 65?
Oh, that's an excellent question because there's a lot of confusion around this. So let me share it this way. If you're turning 65, you had 3 months before the month you turn 65, the month that you turn 65, and then 3 months after. So you add that up, you have 7 months there to sign up for Part B. Now, look, if you're covered under an employer's plan and you're still working at 67, there is no penalty. The only penalty that's in place is if you're not covered by an employer's plan, you fail to sign up. There's a 10% penalty for every 12-month rolling period of time. Another quick tip as well. So no penalty while you're working. You're covered under an employer plan up to any age. But once you retire, you have an 8-month window to sign up for Part B if you'd like to have Part B Medicare insurance.
Someone's wondering, what age do you have to be to take out your money from your IRA? Is it 70 or 72?
Oh, so I think we have a little confusion there. So in order to take money out of those tax deferred accounts, whether it's a 401k or an IRA, you have to be 59 and a half. After 59 and a half, the only thing that you're facing is taxation as you take out from those tax deferred accounts. I think maybe what the caller was alluding to is when we're forced to take out money from those tax deferred accounts as a required minimum distribution. And I mentioned that Secures Act that came out last January. It changed the actual age. So this is important to notate. It used to be 70 and a half. You had to start taking out. Now it's 72. So they pushed that back a year and a half.
Someone's wondering, what does it cost for an advisor?
Well, every advisor, every financial professional is going to work under a different type of fee structure or commission structure. So, you really want that to be a part of your evaluation process when you're trying to choose the right advisor. They all work a little bit differently.
All right, Scott Braddock Financial, we do appreciate your time as always. You are one of our mainstays around here, so thank you for that. We do appreciate it. If you missed any of this, we are going to be putting it all on our website under the 2 Wants to Know section.